my friends, and welcome back to Mass Effect 3. In yesterday's video, we fought our way through a Reaper dragon-infested world to finally find Dr. and Bryson, and now we need to head back to the Citadel to meet up with her and talk to her. But before we do that, I want to scan a system. I don't know which one, but I need to get into the galaxy map to figure that out. So let's head back to the Mass Effect relay. I feel like we're making some planet scanning, reading progress though, like a lot, which is excellent. But then again, new systems keep getting added. so there's also that. Okay, well, let me poke around and see which one I want to do. Let's try and do a shorter one. So Kite's nest is 77% done. So clearly I've been there before. So in theory, that means I should have a whole lot less left to go through. Indris, here we go. All right. That should be super quick and easy. Whoa, it's actually kind of big. Oh, I love the look of the star. Oh, and there's a thing over here as well. Oh, and there was a beep right there. Okay, gotta remember that one. Cholis is a large rock planet wreathed in a haze of carbon dioxide and xenon. It was discovered by Batarian astronomers during the last century and first visited in the 2150s by hegemony survey teams. That's the right word, I think. A small number of colonists lived in aerostat habitats above its oppressive cloud layer, harvesting carbon dioxide. No habitats can be detected now. It is likely the Reapers eliminated them, or the colonists submerged into the scorching atmosphere in an attempt to hide, and then died because of it, maybe. Scan-worthy planet, though. Camala is a relatively small but ezo-rich garden world recently colonized by the Batarians. In an unusually open gesture, the Batarians allowed immigration of free citizens of other species, so long as they came from independent colony planets such as those in the Traverse and Terminus, and retained non-citizen status during their stay. These strictures were small obstacles compared to the economic lure of Ezo, and soon the planet boasted spaceports and refineries that considerably enriched the hegemony. The planet enjoyed relative peace and prosperity, with the major lifestyle inconvenience being freshwater shortages due to a dry climate. The Reaper invasion has turned Camala cities from affluent oasis into a living nightmare. Alliance intelligence suggests that early in the Reaper invasion, a high percentage of the planet's population was captured and converted to Husk creatures for future offenses. The processing camps still run night and day, and the troop transports fly legions of cannibals out every hour. For this reason, Alliance Command has put Camala squarely in its sight for military strikes. Oh, that's awful. But I read the planet, stories to get the Reaper updates. I'm really glad that they put those in. Ramlat is a small rock planet with a thin atmosphere of hydrogen and ethane. During the rush to exploit Camala for Ezo and other minerals, Ramlat supported a small but steady growing population. Since the system was bereft of a significant asteroid belt, Ramlat became the go-to location for second-tier miners looking for work. Its tin and gold industry was modestly profitable before the Reaper attack. Today, it is a wasteland scarred by the craters of kinetic impact weapons. Yeah. So far, I have to scan all these. They're all scan-worthy. No, here. The hydrogen-helium gas giant Hiba has an unstable orbit, which over time has led to it clearing the space around it of asteroids and protoplanetary material. As a result, its rings are thick and quite visible. They are quite visible. What is this? Kaver Station. Alliance intelligence reports that there was once a sizable military space station trailing Hiba that was tasked with arming and refueling ships to repel pirates, slave revolts, and foreign invasion. The Reapers wasted little time in destroying it during their conquest of Camala. Yeah. Yeah. Maklan is the outermost planet of the Indris system, a ball of rock and ice with a methane-argon atmosphere. Like Hiba, I say it different every time. Like Hiba, it has an unstable orbit, but where Hiba is believed to have formed closer to the star and gradually moved outwards, Maklan is believed to have formed further from Indris and moved inward. Far in the future, Maklan may become a satellite of its gas giant neighbor. Anything's possible, right? Well, maybe not anything, but... Okay, so there was a beep and a boop over here.
I found something.
You found fuel. Oh, and then the planet also got it as well. Great. Cholis. Huh. Not the planet with all of the civilization. Huh. And Governor Grothan Pazness. Who is that? 100%. Well, does this mean that Kite's nest is done again? It is. Okay, let's head back over here. And then we'll head to the Citadel. And then before we go into the Citadel, I want to read my latest war asset. I keep up to date. And in theory, they're easier to manage, right? Okay. Back to our war asset terminal.
Commander.
Very much looking forward to installing the mod that doesn't slow me down when I do my Renegade replay. Who is Governor... What's his face? Governor Grothan Pazness. The governor of the Batarian colony, Camala, was an outspoken in the early hours of the Reaper assault, blaming the Alliance for the destruction of Batarian convoys that were, in fact, destroyed by the Reapers. Now liberated from his world, the governor has undergone a dramatic conversion. His daily extranet videos rally his former conservative, xenophobic subjects to embrace the Citadel species as brothers and sisters in arms. Unlike many Batarian politicians, he avoids micromanaging military affairs, content with inspirational tasks and the logistical nightmare of providing urgently needed relief to Batarian refugees. Oh, I do like your... That was it, right? I think that was it. That was it. I do like your 180. That's good. Probably the best way that he could be helpful in a time of war with the Reapers. Okay, well, back to the Citadel we shall go. Come on. There we go. There we go. Because we are going to work on Citadel Leviathan again. And Bryson offers the only chance to track down Leviathan, meet her on the Citadel, and gain her help. Dock to Dr. Bryson's lab. Oh, good. Edie's still with me.
Hello? Anne? You here? Anne?
Oh, Commander. Yes, I'm sorry. Just... This is hard.
How are you doing?
Of course. You alright?
Yes. No. I don't know. My father and I didn't leave things in a great state.
An argument?
Yes. It was trivial. A disagreement on how to file some of the specimens. I was mad about something else. I don't remember what. And I took it out on him. so stupid.
Don't feel bad. It's not like you knew. And he was your dad and you were his daughter. It's okay. And I'm intruding time is short. Neither of these are great options because I want to console her. But let's try I'm intruding, I suppose.
That's all right. I can come back.
No, please. I'm okay. Seeing all this again? He was so obsessed. Crazy sometimes.
I didn't get a chance to know him.
Oh, sometimes I felt the same way. He was a great man. A pioneer. But he could be distant. I felt like an inconvenience growing up.
You sound angry.
I was angry. Still am, I guess. But sometimes, he was so full of stories, he nearly burst. I loved that about him. It's why I signed up for this work. I can't believe he's gone.
We'll figure this out.
We have to. I need to know what's on the other end of that artifact. What he died for.
The music again in this DLC is so lovely. I love it so much. You're the key to this. Get angry. First one, maybe?
We need your help. You're our last chance.
Kind of.
You're right. Let me dig into my father's work to see what I can find.
Anne, you sure you're up for this?
Yes. When Leviathan took control of me, I remember being somewhere cold and dark. But my father taught me to never be afraid of the dark.
Oh. So good. It's so sad. Sadly good. No, nothing here. Talk to Anne. Is there anything else worth seeing / clicking on while I'm here? Let's just do a quick run through. Just in case it could happen. Probably doesn't seem like it right now. Oh, Edie. Edie, please don't talk to Anne. You might accidentally say something cruel, but not mean it in a cruel way. Oh.
Hey, Commander.
Oh.
Need a hand?
What are you doing here, James? What the heck? What? You scared the crap. Did you see the head back here? Oh, I can't click on it now.
What brings you down here, James?
Heard you're closing in on the Reaper killer. Anything that can scare those bastards has to be worth a look.
That's what I'm hoping.
Commander, you see this thing? This is great.
It doesn't scream at you. There we go.
Hey, Edie. Husk bites, they don't turn you into a husk or anything, right?
I recommend you apply Metagel.
You okay now? That it?
Hey, if nobody claims this thing, we could take it with us. You know, for research or, I don't know, whatever.
Deliver this to... Yes! Deliver it to my cabin.
Don't tell anybody.
Nice. You think Esteban will let me set up bowling pins in the cargo bay?
I don't know. You could ask him. That it? Are we done? This was funny, but like, is that it? Oh. I recommend you apply Metagel. Are anyone else from my crew here? I'm all like rambling to myself about something completely unimportant. And James just like, hi, Commander. No, nothing out here either. Just had to double check. All right. Let's save again and talk to Dr. Bryson.
I'm still amazed your father got his hands on a piece of a Reaper.
Yeah.
He was so excited. Your claims validated years of work.
Did you take appropriate steps to prevent indoctrination?
Of course. It was completely shielded, and we all had regular psyche evals. But now, thanks to the artifact, I'm indoctrinated anyway, aren't I? Might as well be a Rachni drone waiting for orders from the Queen.
I don't know if that's how that works, because we disconnected you from Leviathan, right?
You studied the Rachni?
I wrote my dissertation on them. My father thought it was a waste of time, but now, it might actually help us understand Leviathan.
In what way?
We think of the Rachni as telepathic, but there's really no such thing. At short range, the Queen uses pheromones to give orders. At long range, she uses an organic kind of quantum entanglement communicator. Whatever Leviathan does must be similar, entangling particles to stimulate neural activity. It uses the artifact to establish a connection, and then it controls the mind of anyone near it.
You want to unshield it, don't you? And touch it, talk to Leviathan, don't you? I feel like that's a really, really bad idea if that's where you're going with this.
We didn't detect any energy emissions from the artifact.
But the Reapers were able to use the artifact to trace Leviathan somehow.
My theory is that most of the time, the artifact simply acts as a receiver. We'll only be able to trace Leviathan through it when it actively takes control of someone.
As it did on the asteroid.
Right. Unless it needs something, Leviathan doesn't bother communicating. I guess it and my father had something in common.
Oh.
You said Leviathan's control was similar to a quantum entanglement communicator, which is untraceable.
Yes, but this isn't a natural QEC. Leviathan has to send a pulse through the artifact to alter your mind and create the quasi-QEC effect.
And that can be traced.
Right. Just like at the dig site. The Reapers were tracing the signal by activating the artifact. My father wanted to be at that dig site. He was getting too old for long digs, but he hated being stuck in the lab. He nearly missed my graduation because he was on a dig. Showed up still wearing his field gear. God, he'd have hated dying here.
So the Reapers now know where Leviathan's at, based off this conversation. And I'm guessing we need to do the same thing. So the orb needs to take control of someone. I'm guessing Bryson, unless that's why James is really here. And then Edie and or Edie and Bryson track it and try to figure it out too, maybe?
And I know this is hard, but if there's anything more you can tell us.
I don't think there's anything more I can tell you. But maybe I can show you.
Uh-oh.
What are you saying?
The artifact only sends out a signal when Leviathan's controlling someone. So let it control me. You could trace the signal.
It's really risky. You could go crazy and just kill us instead, and then we have to shoot you, and then we're back to square zero. It's probably not what's going to happen. What I said is probably what's going to happen. Too risky? We'll say it anyway, because it is worth a shot, though.
You mean let it take you over? That's too dangerous.
It's my call, not yours. You said I'm your last chance to find this thing.
We
Yeah.
have no idea what will happen.
If we wait, the Reapers will get to Leviathan first. I'm the only one here who's spent enough time with it to do this. You're looking for something to fight the Reapers, Commander. I'm looking for the monster that murdered my father.
We still don't know what we're looking for.
Then let's find out.
Commander, this thing we're doing with Anne sounds dangerous as hell.
Noted. Edie?
Energy signature locked in, waiting for activation.
You don't have to do this. I think she does have to do it. But the thing that murdered your father is Leviathan, so, I don't know how this is gonna end.
You sure about this?
Yes. I'm sure.
I'm gonna be right here.
Okay. I'm ready.
James, drop the containment shield.
Shield is dropped.
Artifact online.
Anything?
Nothing yet. Wait. There's something. I feel a chill.
Edie?
No trace yet.
Holy hell!
Signal is tracking. Maintain connection.
Turn back. The darkness can't be breached.
Yo!
Maintain connection.
Listen to me. I found you, and the Reapers are right behind me.
You have brought them.
You are a threat.
So are you. I've seen what you can do. The war needs you.
There is no war. There is only the harvest.
Edie, do we have enough?
Partial lock. Maintain connection to narrow the search.
You heard her. We got enough. I'm hitting the shield.
Do it.
Man.
You okay? But question, wouldn't the Leviathan control James too? And Shepard? Like, wouldn't that also potentially happen? I'm just putting this out there. And I don't know how that's Renegade, turning off the shield. I thought the Renegade option would be like, no, keep holding. But it's fine. Are you okay? No, she's probably not okay.
Anne, are you alright?
Yes. I think so.
Did we get anything?
Yes, but it will take some time to search. Coordinates sent to the Normandy.
Good. It's a start.
Commander, I sense something else. Anger.
It knows we're getting close.
I think it wants to kill you.
Come on. Let's get you some help.
Leviathan scan locations. I probably just made more work for myself, didn't I? Edie has marked possible locations for the Leviathan on the galaxy map. Scan the locations and find the Leviathan. Okay. Okay, we're gonna poke around one more time in here. So... yeah, Leviathan's probably blaming us, even though if we had never been involved, it would be in the same situation. If anything, we've just tried to delay it. But then again, wasn't Garneau being followed by the Reapers, so maybe it is kind of our fault? Maybe? In a really, really roundabout way. I feel like they would have found the Leviathan anyway. Seems like that's it. I'm gonna go back to my ship and see about my Geth head. Not Geth head. Why do I keep calling the Husk Geth? I don't know why I do that. I know. I'm always saying things wrong. Okay, I think that was it. We might get to come back. Who knows? Save. And then back to the Normandy.
Commander?
Nothing. Again, I don't think they're going to say anything, but let me just check with Edie, because if she says nothing, then we're probably good.
Hello, Shepard.
But, before we head back to that galaxy map, we need to go to our cabin. See what's going on with the Husk head. This is great. This is so great. The ridiculous designs, or my ridiculous decorations. I do like the chessboard though, that was kind of cool. And I do like the Husk head. It's also kind of cool in a completely messed up way. Okay, anyway, back to the galaxy map. And we'll see where we have to go. All right. Sanctuary scan for Leviathan. Sigurd's Cradle. Okay. So we have been here before, so that's great. A little bit less to scan, but Tophet. Oh, there's oh my goodness, there's 3 of them we have to go through. So well, let's go to Tophet first, and see how this goes. We could be here for a minute, apparently. 2181 Despoina. That's a name for you. This planet was only spotted recently by human space probes, and no records indicate it has been explored since. Period. Scans indicate it is covered in an ocean of liquid water and has a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere. It is highly likely to have at least some photosynthetic life, or potentially more underneath the water. This rock planet is only known from space probes, and there are no records of its exploration. It appears to have a moderate atmosphere of hydrogen and helium over an icy surface. 2181 Arion. I feel sorry for these planets. They don't have like proper names. Why am I having problems? Why? Like the other planets in this system, 2181 Eubolos is an unknown quantity. It appears to be a hydrogen-helium gas giant surrounded by the usual complement of moons and rings. Scan revealed no detectable artificial satellites. Okay, got a scan to figure it out, but just in case there's Reapers. Scan this one first. Nothing.
Signal confirmed.
Maybe I got lucky on the first try. No, that would be very insane. I really didn't think I would be. Search successful. Scans reveal a faint trace of Leviathan's energy signature. Closer examination required for confirmation. That never happens for me.
Match our trace of Leviathan.
I am never lucky like that in anything ever. Oh, it's 100% scan too. Well, now I have to go do the other ones first because I just need to go get them done. Okay. Lenal. Oh, I hope I can pick up some gas while we're here. Laconix is far enough from its F-class star that its temperatures are almost tolerable to sapient life, but its extremely thin atmosphere makes it almost as hostile as a vacuum. As such, the planet was uninhabited. Mining drones piloted from orbital stations would brave the high gravity to extract iridium, osmium, and other viable heavy metals. The Reapers did not overlook Laconix in their sweep of the system, and the orbital stations are now destroyed. Oh. Teeny tiny baby planet. A low-density planet in comparison to Earth, Triginta Petra is also drier, with wide land masses that are largely desert. Its Dextro chirality native life has yet to make it out of the oceans, primarily producing cyanobacteria, which provide a limited atmosphere of oxygen in the atmosphere. A handful of Turians colonized the planet and attempted to introduce land plants. Their chief hurdle was the lack of good topsoil, which required imports and sophisticated farming practices to overcome. The farmer's maxim on Triginta Petra was, if you can last 5 seasons, you officially know what you're doing. Preliminary scans of Triginta Petra suggest that the Reapers judged its population too low to harvest and struck its colonies with kinetic impactors. They then moved on, trusting that the destruction of the food supplies, main arteries would finish off the inhabitants of such a biota-poor world. Maybe they survived, you never know. I can't be asked to come down and kill all of you individually. So awful. A dwarf planet, Choitadix, is notable for gold deposited by an asteroid strike that, geologically speaking, happened fairly recently. Surveyors suspected Choitadix Choitadix, maybe. I'm going to say it differently each time. Choitadix was once larger, but was reduced in size by the strike, which knocked enough material out of the planet to create misshapen moonlets. Its name, which means gap tooth in a common Turian language, was retroactively added once scientists confirmed this hypothesis. It appears the pulverized orbital stations here were abandoned as a preemptive move before the Reapers reached the cluster. The fate of the refugees is unknown. If they fled to Triginta Petra, the outlook is particularly poor. Yes. Nutus is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with high nitrogen content. It had several colonized moons. Nutus's moon, Etret, was home to the small-time Terminus Systems warlord Rashtek Chas, who extracted tribute from the colonists on Triginta Petra and any travelers stopping by to refuel on Helium-3. Rashtek's small navy appears to have fled to safer pastures in advance of the Reaper invasion. Nothing there. Okay, the Reapers are coming.
I found something.
I should have probably saved beforehand, but it's too late now. Dextro rations. Okay, 100% done. So we're good. I feel like the other one was over this way. We're gonna have some fuel shortages. If Meal has no fuel. Highly locked to its parent star, Meal, Akrea is a small rock planet that never bore much development due to the Asari on Cholis and Selvos having limited resources and instead focusing their efforts on more welcoming worlds. Old scans indicate that it may have had an abundance of nickel. It's really pretty though. Lasir is a low-density world notable for its appearance in the Asari's exploitation hollow blue steel, one of humanity's first attempts to market entertainment galactically. The promotional campaign assured viewers that it was filmed on location in the most dangerous section of the galaxy, the Terminus Systems. In fact, the cast and crew were relatively safe occupying a space station that orbited an unremarkable, lifeless planet. Lasir's space stations housed a large Asari crew, tele-operating robo-mining of uranium. When Blue Steel was released, human audiences still thought of this as an exotic profession. Today, it would induce yawns. The Reapers have destroyed the orbital stations around Lasir and have moved on. It is not known if anyone managed to escape. Probably not. That's weird. Is the planet just hanging out? Or it's a really huge moon. Cholis is notable for being one of the few garden worlds in the Milky Way that is also part of a binary planet system. Both it and its heavenly twin Selvos are in a stable orbit with one another in addition to orbiting the star Mill. Cholis's greenhouse gases lead to a hotter climate than Earth, and the solar eclipses caused by Selvos, while common, are not frequent enough to be a good solar shade. This did not prevent a colony from springing up, largely Asari and their varying species of maids. It was far from an idyllic settlement, like many Terminus worlds. It was rife with farmers growing psychoactive substances, armed gangs, and with genetic engineering that would be illegal in council space. But aside from the maddening heat and photo period, it was quite inhabitable. The Reapers turned to Cholis to rubble. Emergency broadcasts caught in the light cone coming from the planet indicate that the Reapers used ground forces to invade and spent little time harvesting. As they departed, the Reapers bombarded the planet from orbit, either because they needed to reinforce another front quickly or had gathered the data on genetic engineering they needed. I feel like, didn't we land on this planet? Or one of them in Mass Effect 1. I feel like we landed on a planet in Mass Effect 1 where you could see the next door planet like super close. But I feel like that was one where they were going to eventually crash into each other. Anyway, Cholis' binary twin is a barren world that's always seemed like a better terraforming prospect than it is. Its temperatures are quite tolerable for sapient life, and its gravity is suitable for retaining a thick atmosphere. Its location close to Cholis makes for a tempting investment. Two garden worlds so close together would benefit from mutual trade and, if nothing else, tourism due to their near unique status. However, Selvos has minimal water. Early attempts at creating a hydrosphere met with slow progress that only Chalcos' Asari could love. The deaths of the colonists on Selvos and Chalcos have dashed any hope for terraforming in the near future. Selvos is now a wasteland of punctured, domed habitats, and its orbital stations are slag. The Reapers have moved on. I mean, kind of. If I start scanning, they started coming. So they haven't completely moved on. Like, is there anything? A silicous asteroid, Mylace, is rich in olivine and pyrozine. The Asari colonizing Chalcos set up habitats on Mylace mostly to oversee a large-scale project in which smaller asteroids would be flown to Chalcos. There, the olivine would be recovered and used in sequestering the planet's carbon dioxide. As with many Asari projects, this was expected to take decades or centuries before generating an appreciable effect on the planet's climate. The station here has been bombarded by the Reapers. The effect of the integrity of the asteroid is unknown, but it does not appear to be breaking apart just yet. That's sad. That looks like there's something there. Have I gone through the whole asteroid belt? I don't think so. I have. Okay, one more planet to go. A hydrogen-helium gas giant with an abundance of nitrogen in its atmosphere, Terepso was notable because of its independence from the government of Chalcos, as well as from any other governing body. As a result, its colonized moons and orbital stations overseeing the helium through recovery were neutral meeting grounds for all manner of deals between terminus governments, warlords, or crime figures. The Reapers appear to have cursorily bombarded many of the moons and its machinery here. It is possible there are survivors. No plans exist detailing the extensive tunnel networks that were under the moon's surfaces, but it is likely that without rescue or food shipments, any inhabitants will soon die off. Oh, all sorts of awful in this system. I want to scan the double planets.
Signal confirmed.
Didn't expect it to actually work quite that easily. And I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm not going to have any fuel anywhere. Husk neural map. Yeah, okay, that's gonna be a problem. So I think I'm gonna probably need to head back to the Citadel to refuel. So let's just do that real quick. Because I don't want to get stuck anywhere. It would probably technically be fine, but I've got time left today. I can head to the Citadel and pick up my fuel. And then I should also have time to read my war assets, I think. Oh no, I don't get to go back?
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I'll handle it.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, now we can leave. Because it should be that simple, right? Let's find out. I wonder if that means we don't get to go back to the apartment ever again. Or maybe it's I can't go back to the apartment because I'm supposed to be going to the Sigurd's Cradle. Did it work? It did work. Not that I don't believe you guys when you tell me these things, but like until I see it, you know. Seeing is believing. Okay, well, I don't want to start the quest today. What I do want to do with the little bit of time that I have left, which means I'm probably going to end a little bit early, is go and look at my war asset terminal and mark the 2 off that I just collected. And then we'll pause. Sorry. Husk neural map. The biologists on Chalkos have made a quick study of the brain structures of husks and other Reaper creatures, isolating the parts of the brain responsible for interpreting sensory data. Their conclusions contrast the various strengths and weaknesses of Reaper ground forces when it comes to sight, smell, hearing, and so forth. This data could be extremely useful for soldiers or citizens trying to escape and evade Reapers on occupied planets. And one more. Dextro rations. When they were struck by the Reapers, the agribusinesses of Triginta, Petra had a surplus of both plant and animal-based food products for dextro amino acid-based sapiens. Both Turian troops who favor a meat-heavy diet and the Quarians who are typically vegan show a marked preference for these recovered rations, suggesting that although they were wiped out by enemy forces, the Petrans had pretty good taste. Serving Petran food to a unit about to go into combat can restore a little morale and dignity to an otherwise demoralized squad. Well, yeah, and wasn't Garrus and Tally just complaining about the food or I don't know if it was earlier today or in yesterday's video, but I remember them complaining about the food or something like that. Flirting, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to end things here today because I'm way off tangent. I know it's definitely a few minutes earlier than normal, but I don't want to start this next mission and then have to stop in like 60 seconds and then it's an awkward cut, and it's not a good thing. I'm trying to avoid an awkward cut. Anyway, now I'm rambling. So in tomorrow's video, we are going to work on Leviathan scan locations because I've found where he's at, and I'm going to land there and probably get another update and find Leviathan, and maybe we can make friends. I don't think so, though. I don't feel like that's going to happen, but you never know. Anyway, as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again on Sunday. Not tomorrow, Sunday. Sunday with another new Mass Effect 3 video.